Leeza Gibbons, thank you so much for being with us. We're really excited to have you. I hope you can tell us how things are going with America Now.
I love America Now. I mean, come on, this is like a dream job. To be able to take so many varieties of so many topics, so many kinds of stories, and offer it up in a way that makes sense for people, that they can put it to use in their lives right away. You know, we say it's news you can really use, and that's true. That's true. So that's really our metric and our barometer for, is it a story for us or not? Well, if it's something that makes you feel more empowered in your own life, that's what we're about.
I was going to say, it is all about the news you can use. And I've seen you with a lot of, I don't know, maybe like homemade beauty remedies. Do you come up with those yourself?
It's so funny. I sort of fell into doing these celebrity-inspired homegrown beauty tips, you know, using things from your pantry, lots of lemons and avocados and eggs and all kinds of things that are really great, very effective beauty treatments. And some of them come from our website, some of them come from Facebook, some of them come from my mom, who used to actually wrap my hair. I had the most stringy hair. She would wrap it in beer, mayonnaise, and eggs. Hey, it worked.
Any specific kind of beer that we need to use? Dark beer or light beer, does it matter?
You know, it really doesn't. A lot of people find that after you get build up on your hair for so long, that the beer is a really great thing to kind of strip all of that, you know, extraneous product and things that dull down your shine. Hysterical that I'm giving you like the full-on beauty tips. Oh my gosh.
I love it. By the way, congrats on your new book, Take Two. I just read a great article on the Huffington Post about your life and this book. So if you can tell our viewers, what is your biggest takeaway?
I wrote Take Two because I think at some point in life we lose ourselves a bit. You know, and along the way we need a little tune-up, a little tweak, maybe we need a major transformation, or we just need to take charge. I found a lot of people will say, well, I'm resentful or I'm angry and that's not me. Or, you know, I don't know when I started letting people take advantage of me. You know, I say yes to everything, I'm a people pleaser and I want to rein that back in. All kinds of reasons to call for another take, and any time is a good time for a redo. I think we need to give ourselves permission to recognize, you know, this is my life, these are my rules, and as soon as you show up in that way, everyone that's around you will start treating you differently.
Something that I read in the article was that sometimes when you say yes to other people, you end up saying no to yourself.
Yes, I think that we want to say yes to things. Yes feels good. You know, we want to be liked, we want to get along, and we want to like nurture situations. Many times when we say yes to others, we are saying no to ourselves because it's taking our time away from things that we value more. We consider ourselves to be pushovers who once again got roped into something, and then we lose respect for ourselves. So I think that before you say yes, see if it fits into what I call your empowerment system. That's what YES stands for to me. And if it empowers you, if it makes you feel confident, if it makes you feel validated, then say yes to it. But if it doesn't, I think you should say no and just not look the other way. I'm all about no regrets, no excuses, no looking back. But to do that, you really do have to be the person in the driver's seat of your own life.
I'm wondering if that goes along with the chapter in your book. I saw that there was a chapter called or about taking ownership of your life. What do you really mean by, you know, taking ownership of your life, and how can people do it? What's the best advice you can give?
I think you have to start with making a promise to yourself. I think you have to get very clear about, what do I care about now? We get stuck in the past. You know, we think about, well, when I left college, this was my dream, and then when I got married, this was what I wanted, and you know, life kind of layers up and it gets fuzzy. So step number one to taking ownership of your life is taking inventory. Write a mission statement. What do you want your life to stand for? Not a goal list, but a mission statement. And there are a lot of people that work well with vision boards. They like visuals. If you are the kind of person that rolls your eyes at that, try it. Try it. And try saying what you want out loud. I do it on the treadmill or when I'm walking, because what we know with our brain is whatever we say with the greatest energy, and if we say it out loud, it gets more deeply embedded somewhere in our cellular DNA or our emotional thumbprint. So I think that those are good first steps, just to get honest with yourself about who am I now, who do I want to be, and releasing the parts that you don't like, changing the energy in your life so that you can bring in what you want to be.
Now that sounds like news you can use, so I'm wondering, will we be seeing more of those kind of ideas on America Now?
On America Now, we give you life tips. We give you tips about your finances and about your health and about how to keep your family safe. And so it works really well with my life mission, which includes using my gifts and talents to enlighten and empower. So it's the perfect job for me, and we're really happy to do it every night and very proud of all of our contributors. So it's really nice to be part of your family too. We appreciate it.
We appreciate your time, Leeza. Do I have time for one Google Plus Hangout question?
Yeah, go for it.
For those who are caregivers to single parents, what advice do you have that would help them keep a life balance?
You know, I think when our goal is balance, we're going to always feel like we failed, because there's really no middle of the seesaw, especially when you're a caregiver. It's depleting, it can be very isolating, and so the question becomes, how do you summon your strength and call on your courage? And the simple reality is, it comes back to the best way that you can care for someone else is to first turn that back around and take your oxygen first. And I know there's resistance to, I don't have time and there's so much needed of me, and that's true. But the best way to offer love to someone else is to first care for yourself. Make sure that you are nourished, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Every day, release the things that didn't work, because every day is going to be just a litany of, you know, obstacles and roadblocks. That really just means you're on the right path. With caregiving, I think there's a lot of grieving, and there's a lot of dealing with your resentment and your anger and your loss and your sadness, and it's such a conflux of emotions. So I think it's really important that you have time away from that environment where you have a safe place to put those emotions, even if it's just to put it in the voice feature of your phone, or even just to kind of, you know, run a bath and just say it out loud. I'm really upset that this happened. I'm very mad that time that I wanted to spend now has to go to my loved one, and that's a real human emotion. So I just think that the caregivers are family first responders, and I think it's such a noble, valuable, incredible journey, and there are burdens and there are blessings. So I wish you strength for the journey, be gentle with yourself, and use a lot of flexibility and a lot of forgiveness.
Leeza, thank you so much for all of your words, your time, and your advice, and we want to wish you good luck with the show and, of course, the book.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Take good care.
All right, again, you can catch America Now on WECT weekdays at 2 o'clock and on Fox Wilmington every day at 1.